to Big V TV. Great to have you with us for a Thursday night heading into round 12. Big weekend coming back. Basketball, we've had a week off.
We have.
Are you getting ready for a big weekend?
Big V's had a week off. Basketball doesn't stop.
Basketball never stops. Never stops. Now tonight, looking forward to this. Oh, quickly, versatility. Last night.
The people loved it.
Wow.
I think they loved just the different styles, the different topics.
Bit of fun.
I know we've got one next week, so hopefully that will go just as well and get the people interested.
Nice. Tonight we're talking about dynasties.
Yes.
And there's been a few over the years. In fact, we've picked, what have we picked? 5, thereabouts? 5?
There is...
5 dynasties?
5.
And I think back because I've been around through all of these dynasties, which kind of makes me feel a little bit on the older side.
That's all right, mate. That's all right.
But I think back to some of these dynasties and these teams, wow. I just, like, having been through it, and you look back on it now, gee, there were some superb runs.
I know I haven't been a part of all of them, but certainly the ones that I can remember, it's just crazy how they were good back during the time it happened, but then you look back on it even further.
Absolutely.
You get a better understanding of just how good they were. It's incredible, isn't it?
When you got time under the bridge and you look back, it is incredible. We're going to start off with what was, I still think, the greatest dynasty in all of Big V history, men or women. I think this is number one.
Okay, let's kick it off.
Would you argue with
me?
Then?
No, probably not.
No. We're going with the Hume City Women, 2005 to 2010. Just take us through some of this stuff.
Well, 2005, I've highlighted, we started there because they got their first taste of action. They went down to Eltham in the semi-finals in 2 games. Shirin Milner, Elise Penaluna, a big part of that team that year. They skipped 2006. 2007 was where it really kicked into gear. They defeated Waverley to win their first championship of the era. They defeated Waverley in 3 games. Milner, Penaluna again, very, very influential. 2008, back-to-back.
Back-to-back.
They knocked over Waverley once again in 3 games. Milner Penaluna was backed up by Tanil Khan and Lauren Bennett.
Tanil Khan coming through the ranks, yes.
That's right. And 2009 was the three-peat. And Milner, Bennett, Khan, Hibbert was there as well. And you wouldn't believe it, they knocked off the Waverley Falcons again.
It was an incredible run. And even the year after, they were still there again.
Correct. 2010, they lost to Geelong in the final in 2 games.
It was an amazing run, the Hume City Women, 05 to 2010. And as I said, we've got some really good ones to talk about. But for me, that is the standout dynasty across the Big V.
Definitely on the women's side, I think, agree.
Let's go to 2013 to 2016, and guess who we're talking about as another dynasty?
Well, Hume City, just 3 years later. They rebranded, retooled. 2013, they knocked off the Ringwood Hawks in 3 games. Shirin Milner, Katrina Hibbert back again to kickstart this dynasty. Ola Renife, Viv Sard, Gemma Wright, Moola Loifi and the Scots, all there pretty much starting out that dynasty.
I remember
the start of their times. They obviously knocked off the Hawks in 3 games. 2014 was their back-to-back. They knocked off Ringwood in 3 games as well.
Had a pretty special inclusion as well.
Well, Bennett, Sard, Loifi, Wright, the Scots, all back. Romeo was there. Little-known player by the name of Colleen Planetta.
In she came and made a big impact. And, of course, as you said, they won back-to-back. They went to the big dance again in 2015, but this time around, the Hawks got them.
Well, this is the one I can definitely remember. I know for Hume City fans, you don't want to remember it, but Amber Heggie's turnaround jump shot at the ring in Game 3 that really sealed the deal. It was a tight contest all the way through. But they went down to Ringwood, obviously, in that 3rd game. Sard, Loifi, the Scots, Planetta, Zamet was there as well. They were all back. And then they had another big tilt in 2016.
Yeah, they did. And, I mean, the big names were there again. You've mentioned them all. So that 4-year period where they won a couple of championships, but they played in, was it 4 straight grand finals?
Correct. All against the Hawks too.
And they had 3. They won 3 out of 4, so it was an amazing run. So you look at Hume City Women from 05 to 2016. Wow.
Just an unbelievable run, isn't it?
Yeah, and it is a dynasty. Let's look at one of the men's teams, and we're going to go a fair way back, 2001 to 2003. We're talking the Horsham Hornets.
Well, that's right. VBL Division 1
Good
men.
old VBL, yes.
They defeated the Nuttawading Spectres in 2 games in 2001. Just a couple of names here, and they led throughout this 3-year period. Jamie Sem had 24.5 points and nearly 9 rebounds for the season there. Shane McDonald, a key and integral part of this three-peat, nearly 19 points per game in that one. Aaron Bruce, Tim Wade, Peter Brack, Ben Lewis, and a couple of other familiar names. Liam Norton and Brett Goodgame were a part of the first championship back in 2001.
2002, they defeated Hume City in 3 games to win the championship. Is it Kem?
Jamie Kim.
Kem, once again, 22.5 points per game. Shane McDonald, 26. Tim Wade, 22.5. Peter Brack had 23. I mean, that's just an amazing group of players. And then in 2003, they defeated Warragul in 3 games. McDonald, wonderful, 28 points a game. He was the regular season MVP, grand final MVP, rising star. Tim Wade, Peter Brack, Ben Yu, 19.9 points per game. Those 3 years for Horsham, we've seen some amazing players come out of that area, having cut their teeth for the Hornets. It was a big time.
We've seen some incredible country teams still doing it to this day, but certainly, obviously, back when Big V was VBL and even CV, IBL, the big country teams came out to play at that point in time.
Maybe a dynasty that we're still witnessing right now in the women's competition, the Sunbury Jets.
Well, this one has the big potential, and there's question marks around it because it's the potential to continue.
Yep.
The last couple of years, the Sunbury Jets have been absolutely phenomenal. On the senior women's side, they won the Division 1 Women's Championship in 2016, defeating Geelong in 2 games, led by Courtney Duver, Chelsea Burns, Monique Stevens. Jess Bygate was a part of that side as well. They went up to state championship women last year. Duver, Burns, Stevens. They added O'Reilly and Josie Stockill.
Yep.
And they did the unthinkable. They went all the way through, going up a division, claiming the championship, defeating Bulleen in 2 games. And if you look just towards the future, this year and next year could prove pivotal because the Jets may be starting something special of their own.
They're still in the race this season,
Absolutely.
Steve, especially with Karen Harrington coming in a couple of games back. And if they get it together, they are going to be a force to be reckoned with come August this season, and they could be looking at a three-peat.
Yeah, very much so.
It is a dynasty in the making. And of course, we cannot forget, again, one of the greatest dynasties in Big V history. We spoke about Hume City and everything that they've done on the women's side of the competition. What about the Ringwood Hawks in state championship?
Well, this is the one that matches the Broncos. You look at the men's side, there's probably none other than Ringwood men, and it's just gone on for so long.
On and on and on.
You can start back in 2009 even. They lost to Melbourne in the grand final series in 2 games. It was the start of something special. They came back to the finals in 2010. They did lose to Waverley in 3 games. Couldn't quite reach the pinnacle. It was a little bit early.
I reckon that 2010 matchup as well just started what has become a huge rivalry. Yeah.
Absolutely. Willie Weimer, Snowball, Whitehead, Corletto, Luke McMillan, all part of that 2010 team. They pretty much all came back to in 2011. They just fell short. Semi-finalists they were in 2011 before they really claimed the pinnacle in 2012, defeating Eltham in 2 games. Weimer, Snowball, Whitehead, Sean Clark, Luke Egan, Belt and Sturt were there during that time. And then it really came together. 2013, they just fell short to Corio Bay when they entered the competition.
What a rivalry that became.
And 2014, the revenge was there. They knocked over the Stingrays in an incredible 3-game series. It was on Corio Bay's home floor, if I believe correctly. Weimer, Snowball, Clark, Egan, Latham, Marcus Rue. All talented bunch there. The incredible preliminary final loss to McKinnon in 2015 saw them fall short.
We're still one of the most amazing last quarters in Big V history.
Correct. And then 2016 and 17, back-to-back championships. The core is still there, and 2018 and beyond, they can go above and beyond again.
It's a pretty impressive dynasty, isn't it?
Oh, it's
really impressive. So that's it. There's our dynasties in Big V history. Hume City Women 05 to 10, and again from 2013 to 2016, amazing. Horsham 01 to 03. where they were just juggernauts of the competition. Sunbury women, perhaps a dynasty unfolding as we speak. They've won 2 in a row, different divisions. Can they get another one in state champ women this season? And of course, that amazing run by the Ringwood Hawksmen from 2009 right up to where we sit today. And once again, they are one of the favourites, if not the favourite, to take out another title this season in state championship men. There you go. If we've missed anyone, let us know all about it. Now, tomorrow night, back at the desk, and we are talking basketball in action once again, because round 12, we're back after the long weekend, and there's some big games on the menu this weekend. Going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's been a while since our associations have hit the floor, but it's good to, tuck in, get some previews out of the way, and just highlight the big games of the week.
Looking forward to it. Make sure you join us tomorrow night, 5:30 p.m. As always, right here on Big V TV. See you then.